Now for $30, 1-800-Flowers.com, code HERD, 1-800-Flowers.com, code HERD. I can talk about stuff, and I'm not saying I don't have sources, but I'm not a reporter. You know that, right? Like, I have sources, but I'm not in the story-breaking business, so I don't spend a lot of time on it. I have buddies. I text. I have GMs in the NBA. I have GMs in the NFL. I have scouting directors. I got a lot of football sources. Like, I've been doing this 30 years. I got a lot of them. And if you've been doing something for 30 years, landscaper, school teacher, environmentalist, lawyer, dentist, dental hygienist, if you do something for 30 years, you have a lot of contacts, you build up some base of knowledge. This is what I do for a living, right? But when Adam Schefter says something, then it's got multi-sources because he is a reporter for a living. Now, I've been saying for the last couple of years, I don't understand why Aaron Rodgers allows the Green Bay Packers to kind of use him, to not respect him, to not re-sign free agents, to not aggressively try to at least make offers to Jordy Nelson. Hey, Jordy Nelson, we're going to redo your contract. Can you redo it a little? Green Bay didn't even offer him that. They just let him go to the Raiders. And I think that's disrespectful to Aaron Rodgers. I think the Packers don't understand. I don't know how they couldn't, but they don't. You don't go from Favre to Aaron Rodgers. That's not the way it works. You generally go from, Kobe Bryant to D'Angelo Russell. That's usually how the baton works, from superstar to way below a superstar, not even a star. So they go Favre to Aaron Rodgers, and they kind of take him for granted. And I'm like, he's the best quarterback talent arguably since John Elway. Take care of the guy. Give him a legitimate defense. He's had one great defense, and I wouldn't even say it's historically great. I'm not sure if it was seasonally great, but he had a great defense one year, especially at the end of the year, and he won a Super Bowl. And I think we're going to look back in 20 years with Aaron Rodgers and go, how'd that guy only win one Super Bowl? That doesn't make any sense. Elway won a bunch, Brady won a bunch, Montana won a bunch, Peyton Manning won a couple. How did Rodgers only win one? So anyway, Adam Schefter, a reporter, when he says something, when he admits something, when he confirms something, when he addresses something, that means he's heard something. And he said Aaron Rodgers might not do the Packers any favors on the new contract after all these recent moves.
I think right now, the Aaron Rodgers one is a more difficult deal to get done. He was not particularly enthralled with the way they handled his quarterback coach, Alex Van Pelt, and made it known. When do you ever hear a quarterback speak out in the way that he did about a coaching change that team had engaged in during the offseason? And then they go and cut their wide receiver, his favorite wide receiver, who they didn't even offer a pay cut to. They didn't even offer him the chance to keep him around Green Bay. So now you've lost your most trusted wide receiver. You've lost your quarterback's coach. I'm just saying, I'm not doing my team any favors when they act that way with me.
Okay, so Adam Schefter, in order to confirm it, address it, talk about it on live TV at the other place, he's heard it. Okay, so two things. I'll tell you what I've been told about this situation. Aaron Rodgers is unhappy with the way he's been treated in Green Bay. Not all the way he's been treated, some of the ways. Some of the things they've done he's unhappy with. He's voiced those concerns. So that's not something anybody could deduce that, right? The second thing I've heard, though, he's not built for blowback from Packer Nation. He's just not. Okay, some guys are built to be villains. Christian Laettner, Barry Bonds, Bobby Knight, Conor McGregor, Kobe Bryant, Muhammad Ali, LeVar Ball. I work with a guy, Jason Whitlock. Whatever it is, parenting, lack of parenting, resilience, toughness, I don't have any idea. There are people, Grayson Allen at Duke, he likes being a villain. Bobby Knight, Floyd Mayweather, Kobe Bryant, they thrive. They like it. It's almost like they want to create it. They want to walk into an arena and be hated and booed. They want to be the most feared guy. Like, there's guys they just love it. Here's what I know about Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't. Kevin Durant doesn't. Aaron Rodgers doesn't. Cam Newton doesn't. They hear criticism, and they don't like it. And they're not comfortable being a villain. And they're more sensitive to it. So my prediction is Aaron Rodgers isn't completely happy, but he doesn't have the DNA to be the bad guy and deal with the blowback It is just not in his DNA. He hears criticism. He doesn't like criticism. He's more sensitive to criticism. It doesn't mean anything. Maybe he's a more sensitive dude. I know that would be seen as a weakness, but it's not necessarily as a human being. It's probably a strength. But he is not built. He's Kevin Durant. It affects him. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it at all. For the record, LeBron wasn't a big fan of being a villain. LeBron did it for about a year and came out and admitted, I don't really like being the league's villain. I'm not really a villain. Kobe loved it. Ali, Bonds, Leitner, McGregor, LeVar Ball, my guy Jason Whitlock. Some are built for it. Aaron Rodgers, not built for it. Here is veteran newsman John Goulet.
No. Turn on the news. This is the Herd Line News.
So, Colin, Odell Beckham Jr. has been in the news for a lot of bad reasons so far this offseason.
Yeah.
Giants owner John Mara was asked about his future with the team, and here's what he said.
First of all, I don't know what was in that video exactly, but I said before that I'm tired of answering questions.